listeners, welcome to Plano's Political Pitbull Podcast. I am Esther.
And I'm Ruth.
And today we are going to talk about the stars coming to Plano. But first, our sponsor is Southwest Pain Management. Southwest Pain Management takes care of most chronic pain without pain pills. Their goal is to get you back to doing the things you love. They are also the world's leading long COVID experts. Dr. Groisman sees people from all over the world to treat their long COVID. Southwest Pain Management is in Plano. Please go to their website, reliefbeginshere.com. That's reliefbeginshere.com to see all that they do. So on to the show. So the Dallas Stars hockey team may be looking for a new home. And according to the Dallas Morning News, Plano is in the running. A little backstory. The Stars share the American Airlines Arena with the Mavericks basketball team. Now, I did not know this. I was not aware that there was actually ice in that arena because I've never been there for hockey. So when the Mavericks play, they put a basketball floor on top of the ice. I wonder if they're very cold. It must be very cold. Well, standing on that. And then when the Stars play, they obviously have the ice. So word is that there is some beef between the teams and they're not getting along right now. And the Stars are looking to play elsewhere. And I guess the large arena that they have in Frisco that they train at is too small. So apparently the Stars are looking seriously at Plano. You want to hazard a guess, Ruth, at where in Plano they're looking? Pick a large piece of land that needs to be redeveloped. Possibly on our side of town.
I know this. That Willow Bend lot thing where the mall is.
Yes, the Willow Bend Mall. They are seriously looking at the Willow Bend Mall. Now, obviously, they would have to take down the mall, demolish that. Dillard's, we saw a sign the other day, Dillard's is closing. So this is getting serious now. No wonder ground has not broken on that development that was just rezoned this year, I think. The beginning of this year, maybe late last year.
It was not that long ago.
No, not that long ago at all, that it was just rezoned. So right away, I'm going to take out my crystal ball and I'm going to say that I see horrific traffic problems in that area. Horrific?
Oh, horrific.
Yes. I mean, there's only a few ways to get into that mall. It's a 4-block radius. On game days, that's going to be a nightmare. I wonder if they can just create what Buc-ee's does. You know what Buc-ee's does? They have the off ramps and they hook around and you just take that off ramp right into Buc-ee's. It's the only way I could see doing that. Any other way, and you are going to be backed up on all 4 corners around that area when you have any kind of large-scale event, because obviously they wouldn't just use this for the Stars. They could use it for any concert. All they have to do is just put a floor over the ice, just like they do at the American Airlines Arena. So why am I bringing this up? Well, it is not because I like hockey. I'm not a big hockey person.
What?
Yeah, I prefer the figure skating, ice dancing, over the hockey.
The pretty stuff.
Yeah, the pretty stuff. I like if I had a choice, I'd go with the prettier stuff than hockey. But I am smelling an economic development deal here. Oh, I just know this is in the works. I can smell it. I have a source. He actually told the little community theater that's there. I have no idea where they're going to go. He told them that they're going to have to find a new home. So I feel bad for them because I don't know where they're going to go. But they were already sort of on the outs anyway. They weren't quite sure where they were going to end up when Macy's went out of business over there. So, yeah, I am smelling a deal. I'm smelling a deal with Plano. And I'm telling you, folks, it's going to cost us. It's going to cost us not just in money alone. The Stars do not need Plano to build them an arena. So a lot of times what will happen in these deals is the city builds the stadium. I don't know why. I don't quite understand it. Because
the teams can get away with it.
I guess so. That's it. They could get away with it, sure. Let me tell you, this team has money. Okay? So the Stars Hockey Corporation is owned by Northland Properties. And that company is valued at $1.9 billion. The team generated $244 million last year, and the owner, his estimated net worth is $3.92 billion. Now, why do I say that this is not going to be good for Plano? So statistically, this is not the first time this has happened. So we have a pattern of history here that we can look to. Statistically, building a new sports stadium for a team does not lead to significant economic benefits for the city. And the return on investment is often poor. Studies consistently show that promised benefits of job creation, increased income, and higher tax revenues are unlikely to materialize. And it happens over and over and over again. The money spent on stadiums could have been used for other public services. The limited economic impact is often concentrated near the stadium, and for most cities, the costs and risk are disproportionately borne for the taxpayers. So it makes sense that the economic impact would be close to the stadium. I mean, let's face it, you've got the stadium, so you're going to have the ticket sales, any merchandise that happens that's purchased in the stadium, any restaurants that are near the stadium, or sometimes now they even have restaurants in the stadium, all of those things. And then there is the possibly, if somebody's coming in from out of town, you could have somebody staying at the hotel and motels, but that tax has to go back into the tourism fund, which does absolutely zero for the people who live here. You know, we can't put it into streets. We can't put it into things that help the day-to-day residents. We just put it into more tourism stuff. They really need to change that. They need to change that. It's just not right. So, let's talk about job creation, because the first thing any mayor or any city council person will say is, oh, look at all the jobs it's going to bring us. And not really. So the professional sports teams, they're small businesses. They generate a lot of money, but technically they're still a small business. A new stadium does not create the large number of jobs and economic activity that proponents claim. Most of the jobs are part-time and only game day related, which makes sense. You've got the people who work in the stadium on game day or during events. They're not full-time jobs. There is no significant income or tax revenue growth. This has been proven over and over again. Scholarly economic studies show a lack of statistical significant correlation between stadium construction and overall economic growth, income, or tax revenue. Money is redistricted, not created. Residents who spend money at the game are likely spending money they would have otherwise spent at local restaurants, theaters, or other entertainment venues. It is not new spending for the local economy. It makes sense. I mean, people only have so much of their budget allocated for entertainment. So hockey tickets can be very expensive. Any really venue ticket can be expensive. So if you're going to spend that money, you're not going to spend it someplace else. Maybe in another part of town. Maybe at a smaller local business, mom and pop store. All right. There is also a high cost to the taxpayers. Public funds for stadium construction and maintenance often come from taxes across the city or the state, while the benefits are localized. This can mean less money for other essential services like public transportation and parks. In many deals, the city or state government shoulders the financial risk, while the team owners are protected, especially in cases where the team might leave the city. Hello, case in point. We have not just, by the way, the Stars may be leaving the American Airlines Center. The Mavericks may also be leaving. If the city or American Airlines, I don't know who owns the building, I'm assuming it's American Airlines, their name is on it. American Airlines owns the building. The Stars and the Mavericks, they're not forced to stay. When their contract runs out, they do not have to renew, and they can pick up and they can leave. And this has happened to a number of teams. You know, the Dodgers, the LA Dodgers, they were once the Brooklyn Dodgers. My grandfather never forgave them for leaving Brooklyn. All right. The only benefit that I was able to research and find is civic pride and political motives. The decision to build a stadium is often driven by non-quantifiable benefits like civic pride, political considerations, and the desire to attract and keep a team, rather than sound economic analysis. Now, cities often justify stadium subsidies with economic studies that many independent economists view as flawed because they overlook basic economic principles and inflate potential benefits. And in the end, time and time again, what the result often is local governments experience a financial loss. So if we have to pay anything for this, I am a no. If the Dallas Stars want to build a stadium and a big arena, and they want to spend their own money doing it, and they can fix the traffic that is going to come and try to reduce that, I say, welcome. We will welcome you with open arms. We'll have a huge ribbon cutting ceremony for you. Everybody will come out. It'll be great. But if I have to spend one taxpayer dime on it, I am a no. And you know what? You don't have to anymore. There is a reason why American Airlines Stadium is called the American Airlines Stadium and not the Dallas Stadium. Right? It's because American Airlines paid for it. The hockey rinks that we have all over Collin County, they're called the Dr. Pepper Star Centers. Okay, we've got a few of them. And that's because Dr. Pepper helped pay for the ice rinks. There's a lot of rinks like this. There is a Dunkin' Donuts arena up in Rhode Island. I don't know if they sell Dunkin' Donuts. That would have been a good, I think they do, but I would think they do. They helped pay for the stadium. The Star over here in Frisco, Ford helped with that one. So bring in a company, help it pay for the stadium, we'll put the name on it. It'd be like Toyota, because, we got Toyota over here, or maybe Keurig. Yeah, Keurig. Frito-Lays. I don't know. Pick a product. Pick a company that we have in the North Texas area. But just for us to build it, no. I am not forgiving them a single solitary dime. And if you've listened to this show before, you know I am not a fan of economic development. It is corporate welfare at the local level, created by Mussolini himself. And it interferes with the free market system. Any questions, Ruth? Comments?
No, I don't really care that much.
You don't care. Well, I know you're not a hockey person. You're not really a sports person.
No.
But our cute little theater, I don't know where they're going to go. You like the theater.
It was going to go either way.
It was going to go either way.
Well, originally the plan was to build a bunch of apartments and such.
Well, they were originally supposed to stay. They were originally going to have a space for them by Macy's. But then Macy's closed down and they weren't quite sure where they were going to go. I do think they worked something out, but I'm not sure. Now where are they going to go? They could definitely perform there for a very steep fee.
Okay, the reason I'm not entirely interested in this is because if Plano gets the Stars to come to Plano, if they really want to come here, you know what's going to happen. What's the use in complaining about it anymore? We all know how the story's going to end. I'm just kind of tired.
Yes, I get that part, but I would think that you would care because it's going to be very difficult to get around on a Saturday night or a Friday night when there is a game or some kind of major event, because everybody and their brother is going to be coming in their cars from all over the DFW area. It's going to be a nightmare. And I'm not quite sure how they're going to fix that problem. Now, possibly, I think what might be better is if they go to Levon Farms. Levon Farms is literally right off of 75. They might be able to just build a ramp right from 75 right into the stadium. And it's clear land. There's nothing there.
You're thinking too logically.
I'm thinking too logically. Isn't it easier to build on a blank slate? I mean, you've got to tear that down. Oh, God, the construction. I forgot about the construction part. That's going to be a nightmare itself over there.
Do you really think they care?
I think this is something that the city must think about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure.
I mean, they've got to demolish everything. You've got existing businesses over there. You've got Maggiano's, you've got a bank, you've got the farmer's market. The farmer's market's got to pick up and leave and go somewhere else for the time being, I think. What was supposed to happen originally were those things were supposed to stay there. The developer wanted the farmer's market to stay. He wanted the businesses that are currently freestanding to stay there.
Wait. Mm-hmm. Does Plano actually want them?
I think they do. My understanding from what I've heard, Plano wants them.
But it hasn't come to the floor.
No, because and I hate this. This is just morally wrong. They do not have to discuss any economic development deals in the open. They get to do that behind closed doors in what's called executive session. So all this stays secret until the day they can vote on it.
Okay, so there's really nothing you can do.
But this, I believe, this may have to come back to planning and zoning again. Because this development, it was rezoned for mixed use. I don't know if a sporting stadium is listed as that. So I think this has to come back to planning and zoning. And if it does, then people can get activated. Because, yeah, you can't negotiate an economic development deal on something that isn't zoned for the arena. I would have to see if that has to come back to planning and zoning or not.
It's a losing battle if they really want them, because that's what teams can do. They can use their star power to basically be like, oh, well, we don't need you. We'll just find some other city who will give us everything we want.
Yeah. I get you. But
they're like, we don't need you. You need us.
Do we need them?
It's the same thing with like those big corporations that the cities fight over.
Yeah, but those corporations, one could argue, actually create very high-paying jobs. This doesn't create high-paying jobs. It's,
I don't know what to tell you.
You know, the team members aren't going to come to Plano and buy their houses here. A lot of the teams' homes, they actually live in Tarrant County by the airport, by the DFW airport, because they are going out from there. So they live in South Lake. A lot of the football players live in South Lake, and they play in Arlington, the Dallas team. They play in Arlington. So they don't need to move to Plano. They don't have to have their houses here. They can live wherever they want to. Wherever they're living now, they can just stay there.
Well, you just said that cities do this because they think it's going to bring something. But it's false.
Economic growth.
It seems that people don't learn from history, so it just keeps repeating, and I'm tired.
All right. Okay. Well, I hope that if the people of Plano, the actual, taxpayers, the actual residents of Plano who live in that area, if they don't want to see this happen, because there are apartments right near there. That must be fun. That'll be fun. Ugh. There's housing right near there. If they don't want that, they don't want the chaos that will ensue from this project, please write to your city councilman, go speak at city council. I do not think that if we have to pay a single dime, it's going to be good for Plano. And the havoc that this is going to bring is not going to be fun. Speaking of Willow Bend and speaking of the theater, Scrooge the Musical is coming back to the North Texas Performing Arts Theater. Tickets are on sale as we speak. You can go to ntpa.org to get your tickets. Now, former Councilman Shelby Williams will again be performing. He is going to be Bob Cratchit, and I believe his daughter, his youngest, is going to be playing Tiny Tim. So that'll be cute. They will be in 3 performances. If what I'm reading is correct, they're going to be performing December 12th at 7:15, December 17th at 7:15, and Saturday, December 20th at 2:15. December 12th is at the Courtyard Theater. That's on the east side of Plano. And the 17th and the 20th are at Willow Bend Mall. So if you want to see the musical, please get your tickets now. Like I said, they're on sale. You don't have to just go to see Shelby and Kate. You can go to a different day and see a different cast. They alternate. The cast alternates. So I'm sure it's going to be lovely. It's very popular this time of year, and they always do a great job. They are not a sponsor, although they could be if they wanted to. This is just because we like the theater. Alrighty, our very important doggy. Would you like to read Stella's thing today?
No.
We're crabby today. Okay. Stella is a friendly dog who is about 3 years of age. She is house trained and very sweet. Stella is good with children and quite active, so she may be best around older children. She is also good with other dogs. And just think, when you call her, you could be like Martin Brando in a streetcar named Desire, calling Stella. If you're interested in Stella, please go to our website, planospoliticalpitbull.com, and click on the link Pitbulls Up for Adoption and read more about Miss Stella. That is all for us today, folks. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. This is Esther.
This is Ruth.
For Plano's Political Pitbull, signing off.